The Man Who Followed My Grandfather. Sit down, grandson. This one's a long story. Not the kind meant to scare you, but the kind meant to warn you. My grandfather didn't like talking about that trip. He said that if he had known how it would end, he would have turned around halfway and never looked back. He was 30 years old at the time. He had just bought an old cabin out in the countryside, cheap, far from the city, surrounded by forest on all sides. The place had been empty for years. The nearest neighbors were miles away. Cell service barely worked, but that was exactly why he liked it. He wanted quiet. That night, he drove out there alone, late. The road was narrow and his headlights cut through the darkness, catching nothing but trees and the pale white line of asphalt. About halfway there, he noticed a man, standing on the side of the road, not waving, not hitchhiking, just standing there. My grandfather slowed down. He didn't stop, just eased his foot off the gas. The man was strange, too still, standing too straight. When the headlights reached his face, my grandfather felt a tightness in his chest. The face was normal, too normal. No emotion, no surprise, no reaction at all. And the eyes, they weren't looking at the car. They were looking through it. My grandfather drove on, telling himself he was tired, that his mind was playing tricks on him. But a few minutes later, he saw the man again, same person, farther down the road, standing in the exact same posture. That wasn't possible. My grandfather sped up. He didn't see the man again until he reached the cabin. The cabin. The place greeted him with silence. Too much silence. The forest around the cabin was completely still. No wind, no insects, no animals. He carried his bags inside, turned on the lights, and started a small fire in the fireplace. That's when he heard footsteps outside. Slow, heavy, uncertain. He walked to the window. Between the trees, someone was standing, too far away to make out a face, but close enough to know. It was a man, the same man. He wasn't moving, wasn't approaching, wasn't leaving, just standing there. My grandfather closed the curtains. He told himself it was coincidence. People wander through forests. Some people are just odd. That night, he went to bed. He didn't sleep for long. He woke up to a sound. Footsteps inside the cabin, not sneaking, not hiding. The steps were wrong, like whoever was walking hadn't fully learned how yet. My grandfather stayed perfectly still. The footsteps stopped right outside his bedroom door. Silence. Then a voice. Quiet. Calm. "Are you here?" It sounded exactly like my grandfather. Same tone, same rhythm, same voice. He didn't answer. After a moment, the voice spoke again. "I know you're here." But the words came slightly delayed, as if someone was remembering how to say them. My grandfather didn't move until morning. Morning. At dawn, he finally opened the door. The cabin was empty, but on the dusty floor there were footprints. Human, but wrong. The feet were stretched, too long. The toes pressed too deeply into the wood. The prints led to the front door. Outside, at the edge of the forest, the man was standing there. This time, he was smiling. The smile was wrong, too wide, too practiced, and in that moment, my grandfather understood. The thing didn't want to hurt him. It wanted to learn him. It wanted to become him. My grandfather didn't pack, didn't clean, didn't look back. He left the cabin, left his belongings, and never returned. He told me only one thing after that. If you ever see a person where people aren't supposed to be, don't investigate, because some of them are just practicing. And if you don't want to miss any more of my grandfather's night stories, make sure to subscribe to the channel.